What's up, YouTube? Welcome back for another NFL Picks'em video. We got Thanksgiving week, boys.
Ooh.
Thanksgiving week, huge games.
Huge.
But before...
Huge games.
Huge. Before we move on to this week, we got to look at our record for last week. Yeah, boy. Also, this is recorded before the Panthers 49ers game.
Don't tell them that. Tell them that we are blindly confident.
All right, we're blindly confident that the Niners are going to win. So, I went 13-1. If it says 12-2 on top, just ignore that. I'm a 13-1 this week. That's nuts. One off from a perfect week. And then Dan went 10-3.
11-3.
11-3.
Come on.
11-3. You're right. I forgot to do the quick maths. But it's all right. We here now. But moving on to this week's slate of games. We got games on Thanksgiving. We love it. So, first game on the slate, we got the Packers at Lions. Lions play every Thanksgiving. Lions are at home playing against a huge division rivalry game in the Packers. Detroit favored by 2.5. Jahmyr Gibbs coming off a huge game where he scored how many touchdowns, Dan?
3 touchdowns.
3
tutties.
3 touchdowns.
And over 200 yards. Crazy.
Over 200 yards rushing, 11 catches, and then 40-something receiving yards. Nice. Keep going, Gibbs. You're on my fantasy team. I love you. Oh, my gosh. I broke my pen. All right, whatever.
Come on,
We
man.
move on. All right, so Lions. The offense is strong. Packers, the jury's out on Jordan Love. We're not sure if he's a great quarterback or an average quarterback. What's your thoughts on Jordan Love?
I mean, when he started in the place of Rodgers, everybody loved him. He had an amazing season. He's dealt with some injuries for sure, but I think he's more than capable. I think if you surround him with the right people and with the right play calling style, I think he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The Lions playing close against the Giants, not a good look, but they are home. It's Thanksgiving. Weird things happen on Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with the Lions at home here. I'm going to trust that the Lions offense keeps this momentum going. I don't know if the Packers will be able to keep up with the Lions. And I probably said that week 1 when they played and the Packers destroyed them. So I think this will be a different game. Give me the Lions at home.
Exactly. Week 1, Packers won in week 1. Sup, honey bun. And Jared Goff, on Thanksgiving, historically speaking, has been dog crap. I don't know if he's sitting in the huddle thinking about mashed potatoes and turkey and how turkey is the most disgusting Thanksgiving food ever and nobody should ever have it on their table because it's gross.
Hot take.
Yeah, that's a nice cold take. Well, it's a take. But Jared Goff is not fantastic on Thanksgiving. And the Giants fell apart last week. Big surprise. Jahmyr Gibbs carried the team. And so as great as this Lions team is, I think that this Packers front line, starring Micah Parsons, is going to cause problems for Jahmyr Gibbs, cause problems for Jared Goff. And I'm going to go with the upset here and roll with the Packers.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
All right. Next game, the 4:30 game. We got the Chiefs and Cowboys. Make sure not to eat too much lunch and don't nap during this game because this is a good matchup as the Cowboys just coming off a huge win against the Eagles. Chiefs, huge comeback against the Colts. Chiefs are favored by 3. Chiefs are still trying to make their way back into the playoff race. So are the Cowboys, though. The Cowboys are home. Thanksgiving, they always play on Thanksgiving. This is a tough game because I think the Cowboys' defense is actually not one of the worst defenses in the league anymore. I think they made moves, the right moves, and they're actually been playing a lot better. Now, the Chiefs, I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. They kind of, I don't know, they're losing way too many one-score games, but they were able to pull one off last week, and I think they will keep the momentum rolling. I don't think the Chiefs will miss the playoffs, so I think they're going to win this game. Give me the Chiefs to win this game. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I expect the Chiefs to put up more points on the board. So give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, watching CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens play together is honestly an art form. And I know I'm talking nice about the Cowboys, and that is a rare form for me. But there was so many separate occasions where CeeDee and George Pickens went up to make a catch that was not a catchable ball. 99% of players would not have come down with it, but they did. This Dallas team wants to play, wants to be here, wants to make the playoffs, because right now 5-5 record is kind of hilarious. And they came back against the Eagles, who...
It's all about balance.
Yeah, dude. So, I can see another upset. 2 upsets on Thanksgiving. Could we be so lucky? And I'm going to pick the Cowboys here just because we haven't had that explosive pop from the Kansas City offense. So, I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. I might start the week 0-2. That is very likely, but hey.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is
Who do you hate
what
more?
it is.
Who do you hate more, the Chiefs or Cowboys?
Oh, the Chiefs. 100%.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not one of those
All right.
people who, despises the teams in my division. 99% of my family are Philly fans. And then the Chiefs are just so terrible that I can't root for them ever.
They're Philly fans?
Dude, I have most of my family's in PA. My dad's him and
Did not know that.
him and his immediate family are the only ones who escaped and got to New Jersey. But all the cousins and aunts and uncles are all freaking Penn State and Philadelphia Eagles. It's scary.
Wow.
Yeah, they're kind of psychos.
Scary thought.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, Thanksgiving night, you got Bengals at Ravens. Ravens are favored by 7, and apparently Joe Burrow is coming back this game. Joe Shiesty, according to the man himself. Is it enough to be a Ravens team that's been on a win streak? I don't know. Who have they beaten? They barely beat the Jets. They barely beat the Browns last week. They were in a competitive matchup against the Vikings. So, how good is this Ravens team? I don't know. I mean, I think it's good enough to be a Bengals team that can't stop a nosebleed. So, give me the Ravens at home. I think, it's tough for Joe Burrow to come in and make the Bengals good, especially since the defense isn't all that great. And plus, he's probably going to need some time to get the rust off. So, with that being said, give me the Ravens.
All right, guys, hear me out. How about 3? No, I'm kidding. The Bengals defense is so bad. I don't know how they've won 3 games. I love that Joe Burrow's back, but that's not going to change the defense unless he suits up and starts hitting people. Lamar's going to rush for 200 yards. So is Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers is going to have a couple touchdowns. When the defense is so bad, there's not much you can do. So I'm going to pick the Ravens here.
All right. Next game, we got the Black Friday game. You got Bears at Eagles. Now the Bears and Eagles have the same record. That's crazy. They're both 8-3. The Bears are one of the 8-3 teams of all time. Regardless, the Eagles are favored by 7, and they're at home. In that win streak that Caleb Williams was on, I think he had 8 total touchdowns, 0 picks. I think that was the stat I saw. Don't know if the Steelers affected that, but still, Eagles, they have some offensive problems. Bears, they're a solid team, well-rounded team that find ways to win. Are they better than the Eagles? I don't think so. I think the Eagles are going to give Bears offense a bunch of problems. Hopefully, the Eagles figure out their offense because something's going on there. Maybe, Jalen Hurts was playing consistently in the first quarter and then couldn't get anything going in the whole second half. So, with that being said, I feel like the Eagles will be out for blood this game. So, give me the Eagles at home.
The Eagles hinge on Saquon and their ability to rush the ball. And the Bears, they do have a decent front line decent defense. It kind of took us by surprise a little bit because we were not expecting the Bears defense to be remotely decent. Either way, I think this is going to be a good game. It's especially a hard one to pick because you have the Eagles that are a legitimately good team. They're just cold. And then you have the Bears that are on a hot streak, and you're kind of like, I don't know. Are you guys the real deal? I don't really know. So I'm going to go with tried and true, and I'm going to pick the second NFC East team winning this week. So, I don't know.
All right. Next game, we got the Saints at Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 6, and you know what it is. We're fading the Saints all year long. They couldn't beat Falcons team, but they washed up Kirk Cousins. And yeah, the Dolphins are on a roll. Dolphins about to be 5-7. They're gonna cover the spread. It's gonna be easy money. A-Chain's probably gonna put up 40 fantasy points. Tua's probably gonna have a hell of a game. Give me the Dolphins, and they're at home.
Yes, sir. We're seeing the reemergence and the rebranding of the Miami Dolphins. What have they won? 2 of their last 3, right? Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah. So, like you said, Dolphins about to be 5-7, which for the Dolphins in November, pretty freaking good. But the Saints
normally
can't.
It's September.
Yeah.
But we'll take November.
The Saints can't hang, so give me the Dolphins here. You know, Tua's been playing a little bit better. Let's roll with them.
All right, love it. Saints can't hang. Next game, we got Niners at Browns. And Dan, you know what time it is? Shador time at the Browns. Didn't give him concussion protocols, but yet they're going to ride with Shador Sanders. He made some good throws last game. We're able to beat the Raiders pretty good, but yet San Fran is favored by 6 in this game. We'll see how that changes when they play the Panthers tonight. But I don't expect much to change. The Browns have the Defensive Player of the Year for this year on their team, Myles Garrett. He's more than likely going to break that sack record. It's going to be nuts. So he's going to give the 49ers some problems. Now, are the Browns good enough to beat the Niners? I don't think so. I think it's going to be another low-scoring game. I think the Niners have too much talent on offense. I think they'll be able to slow down Shador. I mean, the Raiders are probably one of the worst 2 teams in the league. So, good job on the Browns on beating on them. Now, let's see how you do against a competent team, the 49ers. I'm gonna go and take the 49ers on the road.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that there's no catastrophic 49er injuries tonight, which is so very likely.
So very likely.
Even with the injuries, yeah, the Browns are not it. You know, I watched some of the highlights from Shador, and it was kind of nice. I saw him hit 2 really nice long throws, and I'm sure that felt great. I'm sure, you know, Dion probably loves him again, and he's invited to Thanksgiving this year. But, you know, at the end of the day, there's not enough around this Browns team to warrant them winning games. So until they can build around their quarterback, whoever it is, whether it's Shador or Dylan Gabriel or, I don't know, another rookie quarterback that's coming up in this year's draft. Arch Manning. Oh, poor guy.
Arch Manning.
Poor guy. You know, I'm gonna pick the Niners here.
All right. Next game, we got the Jags at Titans. Jags favored by 6.5, and the Titans 1-10 overall. So, Jags are in the playoff picture. They're in the last wild card spot. They find ways to win. They have a lot of weapons on that offense. Trevor Lawrence is so-so. Had 3 touchdowns, 3 picks last game. You know, it's all about balance. Titans, all their weapons are pretty much banked out that they're playing their undrafted rookie right now in Xavier Restrepo. Yeah, give me the Jags. I mean, I think they're the better team here. Titans might just finish the season with 1 win.
Yeah.
I don't see how they lose.
I mean, you just kind of jinxed them, but okay. No, I like how we hate on the Saints so much and say, we're fading the Saints. But the Saints have won double the games that the Titans have won. And we say,
That's a good point.
yeah, But at the end of the day, they're really bad. They have a terrible defense. I can't name a single player on offense not named Cam Ward. I dropped you. Hold on. Hello. And meanwhile, you have the Jaguars that are fighting for their lives, trying to stay afloat, treading water in the ocean, if you will. And they just seem like a much more competent team. So I'm going to pick the Jags here.
All right. I like it. Moving on. Next game, got another AFC South Division rival game here in the Texans at Colts. Texans 6-5, huge win against the Bills last week. Colts 8-3, 6-0 at home. And the Colts are 4.5-point favorites here coming into this Thanksgiving weekend. Daniel Jones, Jonathan almost got it done against the Chiefs, couldn't pull it off. Texans were able to pull it off. Texans have the best defense in the league right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off the upset. But Colts, Indiana Jones, Jonathan Taylor, maybe offensive player of the year. I mean, he's at bat with JSN, but I don't know if he's going to win now. But, oh, man, that's a lot of firepower. But, so give me the Texans. Give me the Texans to win this game. They got number one defense. Their offense is starting to put it together slowly. This is a dangerous Texans team. I think they finally figured something out. And I think, I'm going to ride with them. They're going to be my upset pick of the week.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Give me Houston.
Yeah, if you're a betting man, bet your wife's car, her wedding ring, everything on the Texans. She'll thank you later.
Paid off last week.
Yeah. It definitely did. I think that's a very valid point because everybody kind of saw this Thursday night game this past week and, was like, all right, we got freaking Bills powerhouse versus the 5-5 Texans. It's not even going to be a game. And then the Texans defense comes in and makes Josh Allen look like prime Tua Tagovailoa, sacking him 8 times, multiple picks. So, I think there is something for sure to be said about this Texans defense. But when your team is led by David Mills, something like that,
David Mills, I think?
Yeah, there's a ceiling to it. And with this game against Indianapolis, it's interdivision. The Colts had the Chiefs. They just couldn't finish the game. I think the Colts offense has enough weapons to cause this defense to make mistakes. And I think that the Colts defense is good enough to at least hold the Texans. So I'm going to pick the Colts here.
What if CJ Stroud comes back and plays?
Colts by 3.
All right.
I got to rock with Danny Dimes, dude.
Fair. I'll believe him. Indiana Jones. Next game. We got another trash can game. We got the Falcons at Jets. Falcons only favored by 2.5 against the Jets. Kirk Cousins, is he washed? Is he not? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. If they lose to the Jets, he's definitely washed. But the Jets are home. They got some explosive playmakers in Breece Hall. That's it. Falcons. At least they got Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney had a good game, and their defense kind of solid, at times. All that being said, Jets are 1-5 at home. They are not a good team. They kind of got rid of a lot of good players. I'm gonna go with the Falcons on the road here. I think they are the better team. They got more to play for this season. So yeah, give me Falcons as Kirk Cousins got something to prove.
Kirko has...
Will he prove it? I don't know.
Yeah, he's just something to prove. I can't even tell you who the Jets quarterback is. Is it Fields still?
Nah, Tyrod Taylor.
Oof. All right. Yeah. Garrett Wilson is out.
Quarterback of all time.
He is a quarterback of all time, for sure. Sauce Gardner is RIP.
On the Colts.
Yeah. I literally can only name Tyrod Taylor and Breece Hall. That is it on their entire team. But no, this Falcons team, I don't know how they have such a bad record because they have offensive talent. I don't know if it's coaching or what it is, but they have offensive talent. And so they're the clear choice here. Bijan, Drake, come on now. Give me the Falcons.
All right. I love it. I love it. Moving on, next game. We got the Cardinals at Bucks. Bucks will be at home. And I'll make this one quick. Let me just tell you who has the Bucks lost to. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Bills. And they lost to the Rams. And they also lost to the Lions. Does the Cardinals sound like they fit in with that group?
I don't know. Is it last week Cardinals? Or sorry, is it 2 weeks ago Cardinals or last week Cardinals?
It's a good question. What if it was? What if we meet you in the middle? Midweek from last week, Cardinals.
Assuming that Baker Mayfield plays, I'm gonna take the Bucks by murder.
Yeah, give me the Bucks. I think they're a much better team, even if Baker doesn't play. Which I don't know about his status. He could very well not play this game, so we'll see what happens. I mean, the Bucks they got a lot of explosive players on offense. We still have no idea if Bucky's even alive in their facilities. I mean,
dude, I told you, Ice got him.
Probably. At this point.
What's more terrifying, Ice got him or he's in Rhett's basement? Because Rhett does have access.
Probably in Rhett's basement.
Yeah, Rhett has access.
Rhett, he's probably in Rhett's basement. He got kidnapped by Rhett, and he's being studied right now.
All right.
Feel bad for him. All right. Jacoby Brissett's been balling though, but I don't think the Cardinals are good enough here to overtake the Bucks at home. So give me the Bucks since they're on a losing streak and they're trying to stay on top of their division. They're competing with the Panthers. That's how bad this losing streak has been. So give me the Bucks at home.
Yeah, the Bucks and Panthers are tied for the same record. Insane. Yeah, I already made my analysis.
Yeah.
And
times 3.
Yeah, and I'm picking the Bucks. Easy.
All right. I love it. Moving on. Next game, we got the Rams at Panthers. Rams here by 10. That's a huge spread. That spread be spreading. Matthew Stafford, 30 touchdowns, 2 picks on the season. Rico Dowdle already has 833 rushing yards, not including the rushing yards he's going to get tonight. But Panthers at home, that can make it a little bit more tricky. I think the Panthers, it's not a good 6-5 team, but I think they're being overlooked a little bit. I don't know. They'll cover that spread. That's a pretty good spread. But the Rams been balling. And Matthew Stafford's the favorite to win the MVP right now. He got weapons like Puka, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, and a bunch of loaded tight ends there. So give me the Rams on the road. I don't think the Panthers will be good enough to win here. I think the Rams defensive line is going to sack Bryce Young maybe like 7 times. So give me the Rams on the road.
I mean, after seeing the Rams and Bucks game, I feel like a insanely strong case can be made that they're the clear Super Bowl favorites now. Like, this team is good. Pick an NFC team right now, mid-season. Who's the strongest NFC team right now, mid-season, in the NFL?
Probably Rams.
Exactly. So, I think they're the strongest team, not only in the NFC, but the NFL. And if I had to pick a Super Bowl favorite right now, it would be the Minnesota Vikings. I'm kidding. It would be
a real believer 9.
It would be the Rams, assuming everybody stays healthy. Which with Puka, that's always touch and go. With Kyron, that's always touch and go. This Panthers team, I vibe with the Panthers. Believe me, I do. But they don't have what it takes to beat the Rams here. So, going Rams.
All right. Moving on, next game. Speaking of the Vikings, you get the Vikings at Seahawks. And J.J. McCarthy, man. He's pretty bad. All of a sudden, he's in concussion protocol this week. So, Max Brosmer might actually be starting this next week. So we'll see what happens. No matter whoever's the quarterback for the Vikings, they're gonna have a tough time. They might even see ghosts against the Seahawks, which is ironic because Sam Darnold's on the Seahawks. They're Seahawks favored by 10.5. Seahawks at home, it's a tough place to play. Who on the Vikings is going to stop JSN? I don't know. I mean, Sam Darnold's killing it as well. Give me the Seahawks at home. Bad matchup here for the Vikings.
Yeah. Nah. Yesterday, I just texted the group chat and was like, JJ McCarthy is so bad. No response at all. Yeah, watching him is a chore, honestly. Which, could I do any better? No. So should I talk crap? No. That being said,
pretty bad.
Yeah, that being said, him being in concussion protocol really helps the Vikings' chances this week. But, like Matt said, no matter. Seahawks by 20. Who's going to stop JSN? Who's going to stop Gainwell? Who's going to stop Sam Darnold? And most importantly, who's going to carry the boats? All right?
And the logs.
Yeah, sorry. The log was it logs or boats?
Who's going to carry the boats and the logs?
There's two? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
It's both.
Wow. I thought there was just
Both.
one. So yeah, at home, give me the Seahawks.
All right. Moving on. Next game. We got the Bills at Steelers. Bills favored by 4, playing against a Steelers team that is fighting to be 8-8. No matter if there's 17 games, they will find a way to go 8-8 and sneak into the playoffs. But Bills, they got a sour taste in their mouth because they lost to the Texans. They're 7-4. They're on the road against the Steelers team. I think Aaron Rodgers will be playing this game. I think he'll be back by then. I know DK Metcalf got banged up last week, so we'll see about his status. Steelers got a tough defense. But, okay, to beat the Bills, you have to have a competent offense and a really good defense. Shut up, Stephanie. Okay. And a really good defense. Bills, the Steelers have that? Yeah, they do. But I don't know. I think the Bills, coming off a loss, it's going to be too much. I mean, Josh Allen's going to see red and score 4 rushing touchdowns. So give me the Bills on the road here against the Steelers.
I mean, the only thing that worries me with this game is TJ Watt. The Bills' O-line let 8 sacks on Josh Allen happen, and TJ Watt is having a hell of a year. So that's my only concern. But everything else points to a Bills win. Last week was a fluke. Call it what you want. This Bills team is still very good. And I don't see Pittsburgh being able to contend with them. So I'm picking Bills. Bills here.
Bills. All right. Next game. We got the Raiders and Chargers. Chargers favored by 9.5. And I'll keep this quick. The Raiders are probably the worst team in the league. Geno Smith has not been having a good season. Oh, yeah, you're right. We're fading the Saints. We're fading the Titans. They're the 3rd worst team. Maybe 2nd. They're pushing it. No help with Genty on that team. Geno Smith, he is a quarterback in the NFL. Chargers, they got Justin Herbert. They got weapons on that offense. The defense be defending. So give me the Chargers. They're at home. I think they're the better team here. So, yeah. Go Chargers.
I love the analysis. Defense be defending. Love it.
Defense be defending.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if the Raiders are playing a bag of, stale Doritos. I'm still going to pick the bag of stale Doritos.
Thanks.
They should have drafted Shador. Come on now. But this Chargers team is fighting in a...
Shador.
In a very... what's the word I'm looking for? A very competitive AFC West. So they're motivated to win. They're trying to get in the playoffs. They're trying to beat off the Chiefs. So I'm going to pick the Chargers here, dude.
All right. Good pick. Next game, they got the Sunday night game. We got the Broncos at Commanders. Broncos are favored by 6.5 here. Broncos like to play to the level of their opponents, and that's pretty dangerous. Commanders at home, they can shock the Broncos. I can see it, man. I'm just putting it out there. They play to the level of their opponents. Marcus Mariota is a quarterback in the league, and he's playing for the Commanders. Do they have much help on that team? Not really. The defense is not very good. So give me the Broncos. I kind of talked myself out of it. Yeah, Commanders, they're in a tough spot right now. I think they need a lot of help defensively. And if that's the case, I think Bo Nix is probably going to have a field day on Sunday night. So give me the Broncos. Why is this a Sunday night game?
Oh, yeah. The lights burn bright.
The lights are too bright. Turn them off. Turn off the lights.
Turn
Off the lights. They're too bright.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, the Broncos do play down to the level of their opponent. But in the case that they are losing, the fourth quarter is when they decide to, play football. So, it's a no-brainer. This Commanders team is completely sold. So, give me the Broncos here.
All right. Good pick. Last game of the week, we got Giants at Patriots. Patriots are favored by 7.5. Patriots are the number 1 seed in the AFC. They're 10-2. Wild. Drake Maye's having a hell of a season. 21 touchdowns, 6 picks. He heard Cam Newton talk crap, and he is on one. Where are the Giants? Are they the reverse? They're not 10-2. They're 2-10. But let me tell you, they play Jameis Winston at wide receiver. 3 touchdown day for Jameis Winston. Next, Jameis Winston is a dog. So I want to see more Jameis Winston. But unfortunately, I think Jackson Dart is going to be coming back this game. So if that's the case, give me Drake May and the Patriots here. I mean, as long as Mike Vrabel feeds the ball to Trevion Henderson. If not, he's a terrorist to the city of New England. And we'll see what happens. Because if Ramondre Stevenson gets the ball and fumbles it, if Ramondre Stevenson gets one fumble this game, give me the Giants to win. But if that's not the case, give me the Patriots at home.
I like the dignity that you're treating the Giants with. Actually giving them some airtime, and thinking...
Jameis.
Yeah, thinking that they actually have a shot in this game. Because let me be so very crystal clear. They don't. They never did. They never will. They're clearly the worst team in the NFL. If they played the Tennessee Titans, guess what? The Titans are 2-10, baby. So this is the Drake May Show. It's going to be a repeat of the 2018 Super Bowl where we had the Patriots versus the Rams. And TBD, who's going to win that one? I think it'll shock you, but I don't know. So give me the Patriots here. They're in cruise mode. Yeah, dude, it's going to be ugly.
All right. Do the Patriots win by 8 or more?
Well, I don't know because, the Giants are going to be winning until the fourth quarter, obviously. So it just depends on
obviously.
how close the game was to begin with and how bad the collapse is.
Fair. Well, all right. That's all the games for this week, for this Thanksgiving week. Make sure you eat some turkey. I don't know what Dan's going to be on Thanksgiving if he hates turkey. So, don't make that face. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.